April is Autism Awareness Month. It's a chance to celebrate and honor the experiences and identities of autistic people.
Yeah, this month is all about understanding, inclusion, support, and acceptance. We're joined now by Ellie Wilson from the Autism Society of Minnesota. Thank you so much for being here this morning.
Good morning. It was a pleasure to share the space with the goats.
Oh, right? It's just not everyone's space.
That's right.
So I've got to ask, what does this month mean to you?
You know, at the Autism Society of Minnesota, which by the way we call Awesome, that's our best nickname, it really is about acceptance in a way that autistic people are appreciated and valued from the time that they're children until they're adults in all the settings, and that they feel connected to the community, whether that's their community of peers or whether it's their communities within their neighborhoods, their schools, their jobs. We just want people to feel the love.
Well, how can people go beyond awareness and move towards acceptance?
You know, I think one of the biggest things to think about is think of the autistic people that you know and love. Autism is happening in 1 in 34 people in Minnesota, which means we all know someone and care about someone. I think the point is pay attention to a diversity of stories. The autism community is not a monolith. This is a complex and diverse community. And the scariest trap we can fall into is like making too many stereotypes. So that's one thing. Another thing is thinking about all the systems that we rely on to support autistic people. And that includes schools, it includes social services, and honestly, there's a lot happening out there right now that makes a lot of instability and uncertainty for our community. And so we just beg people to pay attention and to make sure that we continue to let the community know that we want to support them, that we want to center them, and that we want to value them.
And you kind of alluded to this, that it can show up in many different ways. That's why it's called a spectrum.
That's right, yeah. In fact, you know, autism doesn't really occur the same way in everyone, and most autistic people will tell you on any given day, depending on the stressors in their life, their autism might present a little bit differently. Yeah. So this is what the Autism Society does, is we're out here trying to help people understand what their role is in being inclusive in their community. And that role looks a little different if you're an emergency responder like a firefighter or a law enforcement officer, if you're a teacher, if you're a doctor or a nurse or a dentist who just needs to serve all your patients to the best of your ability. We're out here trying to help people really understand how to anticipate the needs of autistic people so that it doesn't become such a struggle to support and understand them, because it's not that hard. Yeah. We just need to be informed. And
we were talking about this during the commercial. We saw a perfect example of that acceptance on Survivor 2 weeks ago.
That's right. It was a big week for our girl, Eva Erickson.
Yay.
She's originally from Eagan, Minnesota. I will let you guys know she's an incredible, talented woman who has all these complexities, but we're just so proud that she's the first openly autistic participant. And she happens to be from our home state.
Yeah, she's rocking it too.
Yes,
she really is. Yep, she's rocking it. She had kind of a big experience in a recent episode where she you know, was really challenged. Survivor is meant to test you, and in fact, she was tested. And she had previously sort of encouraged one of her fellow castmates to support her. She coached him how to do it in the event that she needed it. And so not only was it a beautiful thing to see in a medium where we don't usually see it, but we watched a young woman advocate for herself proactively, and she got exactly the support that she needed. So we're big fans of Eva here in Minnesota, and we're really glad to, we're really glad to be connected with her.
We're really all cheering for her. What about upcoming events with the Minnesota Autism Society?
Thanks for asking, Reg. Yeah, so April is a month where we try to tell people about things like sensory-friendly events and different learning opportunities. The Autism Society actually hosts an annual conference each year, and what's special about it is that lots of autistic adults attend, as well as parents of children, but we've got teachers and therapists and social workers. It's kind of one of the only spaces where all those folks learn shoulder to shoulder. It's coming up April 17th and 18th, and we still have a few spots left, so we would love for people to consider to come and just join the conversation. Many of the sessions are led by autistic people, which is kind of special. Oh, wow. And on top of that, we just consider ourselves kind of the front end of the dialogue. How are we responding in real time to the challenges that we're seeing? How are we taking time to celebrate autistic diversity? It's a really inclusive event, and we'd be happy to have a few more of our community with us.
This is such an important conversation to have. Thank you so much for coming in and joining us this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. You can find more information about upcoming events, resources, and more at ausmawesome.org.